So I just wanted to do a quick chat about one serious thing, one serious issue uh, that seems to be taking place. Just as I don't know, just from my standpoint, what I'm seeing is a lot of back and forth in the chats when I drop a video, when I you know upload a video, when I post something, whatever it may be concerning flat Earth. And I already know what it is, but for some reason or another, these globe believers, they'll just go on a campaign to kind of waste your time. And I would encourage you to not waste your time with a whole lot of back and forth, because a lot of these things are just they're wanting to have discussions about I want to talk about eclipses and how it can or can't work on a globe. They want to talk about, the movements of the stars, the Southern Cross, Southern Crux, and all that. They like to talk about the movements of the sun. They like to talk about the shadow on the moon, as it were, just along the lines of holding a ping pong ball up, trying to show that this is the right amount of shadow right on the moon concerning the sun's reflection. They want to talk about all sorts of stuff having to do with what's going on in the sky, when we know between us the very basis of this whole argument, whether or not it's flat, whether or not we're on a globe. Where is the curvature? No, we need to look. As far as the stars go, when they go into their retrograde, I mean, how do you explain that on a flat Earth? Where's the curvature? Well, explain how plate tectonics works, because I mean, how does that work on a flat Earth? There's no curvature. Well, actually, you don't understand the physics of how an eclipse works, because when the moon's over here, the sun's right there. You just don't understand how light works, because the light bends around the atmosphere. There's no curvature. Well, the reason that we see the same stars, it's because they're so far away. I mean, they said that the nearest stars are trillions of miles away. That's what they told us. And I mean, they move, but we can't really detect the movement because they're so far away. There's no curvature. We keep letting them get away with the fact that there's no curvature. We're arguing about all this other stuff. If most of the Earth's surface is water, and every time that you've seen water accumulate to the point to where it reaches all edges of its container, you see that water lays flat on the surface. If you know that everywhere you look, water lays flat, if it's in the tub, if it's in a sink, if it's in a pool, if it's at the lake, the ocean plays by the same rules. If you know that much of the earth is covered by a substance that you experience every time as perfectly flat, when it's not being manipulated some way or another, and they like to say waves and ripples, yeah, and if the water stops moving, it's flat. They want to talk about all these things that are going on up here, and we keep engaging them while talking about all those things going on up here. Why are we talking to them about eclipses? Why are we talking about... We're not going to use the light fixtures to determine the texture of the carpet. That doesn't make any sense. Those are two totally separate topics. What's going on up there has nothing to do with what's going on down here. Period. The stars and all that, they're moving overhead. Look, we have a North Star. It's been in the same spot all of recorded history. That's a dead giveaway, is it not? You've been seeing the same stars since you were a child, if you want to even talk about that stuff. And they try to tell you, train you away from your common sense, that obviously the sky is not changing. Obviously we're not moving, because we would have a different night sky every night. If they want to talk about stars, that's common sense. That is common sense. See the same stars every night? We're supposed to be flying through space at 670 million miles per hour in 4 different directions. But we see the same stars? And you want me to believe that? That we're moving? Do you sense any motion? No. Do you see any curvature? No. This game is over. Just with those two facts. That's it. That is it. Just those two things. There's no spin that's detected. There's no curvature. That's just what it is. Stop wasting your time talking to these people about all this extraneous bullcrap. It's on the fringe. It doesn't matter. It's an unrelated topic. If they don't want to accept the fact that they've been lied to, let them live in their illusion and move on. That's just where I'm at right now, because I don't have time to argue with people about those irrelevant topics. It's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. Well, the stars, they move counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere. There's no curvature. There's no curvature. This game is over. That's it. That's it. That's it. I want to talk about stars. My God. Are you kidding me? It doesn't make any sense. You know, and that's what I'm saying. That's just my thing. That's just my thing. You know, there's that video that Richard Lopez had made. I had mirrored that on my channel, put that up about the ice wall. Shout out to Richard Lopez. And people are steady coming back saying, okay, well, what's beyond the ice wall? Wait a minute. Acknowledge that this is somewhat of an ice wall that can act as a container for all the water. Accept that. I need you to accept that. That's why no one's falling off the edge. That's why I named that video "No One is Falling Off the Edge," because that's one of the first stupid program responses that they have. Well, if the earth were flat, you fall off the edge. As if we can just teleport to the edge. It's more likely that you would fall off of a ball. You would more likely fall off a ball. But they think that standing on a flat plane upright, the way that they experience it, is crazy. What? If that's not brainwashing, I don't know what is. We're trying to deprogram people. That's what we're doing. We're not trying to. What, are we getting paid to lie to anybody? Are you all getting tax dollars to lie to people about the shape of the earth? I'm not, personally. Okay? There's no need to lie about this. There's no reason for me to lie to you about this stuff. I mean, come on. We have to be honest with ourselves. And that's a big problem in today's society, you know, and it's that ego. People don't want to admit that they've been lied to. People don't want to admit that for some reason or another, this huge deception may have very well been played out and got them caught up to a point to where they just don't get it. People like to perceive themselves as being more intelligent than they are in some cases. And that's where ego ties into this whole thing. So I get it to some degree, but come on. There's one fact that you can't ignore. There's no curvature. Ta-da! That's it. That's it. That's our cheat code in this game. This game is over. All right. That's it. There's no curvature. Period. What are we arguing about? Oh, the plane wouldn't have to dip the nose down because it's locked into the atmosphere and the atmosphere is spinning. There's no curvature. No, you don't get it because we don't feel any motion because the Earth's atmosphere is spinning the same time and it's magically velcroed to the surface of the Earth, and that's why you don't feel it. There's no curvature. Just keep bringing them back to that. That's basically what I'm saying to these people. I'm like, where's the curvature? Where? There is none. There is none. I mean, seriously. What are you? This is why I don't waste my time talking to these folks about this stuff. They're like, I mean, seriously, just go measure it. Go try to measure it. Go out to the ocean. Go ahead. Go ahead. Find some curvature somewhere. What? What do they try? Lake Pontchartrain? Oh, please. Camera trickery. Goofballs. anyway. Anyway. But, yo, I just wanted to get that out real quick. Like, yo, quit wasting your time with these people arguing about this about this particular subject. If we're talking about stuff that's going on up here, we've lost sight of the foundation of this whole thing. This whole thing, the foundation of this whole thing is down here on the surface. There's no curvature on the surface. Forget what's going on up here for a little bit. You gotta acknowledge this first. This is where you're standing at. This is what you can measure. This is what you can go test for yourself. This is where you can go make your own observations. You can only speculate about what's going on up there, and most of that is based on what somebody told you. Who measured 93 million miles to the sun? How is it that light can reach 93 million miles in distance? Light doesn't work that way. You know that. They told you about the speed of light because what they're telling you that the stars aren't even really there. That there are explosions that occurred millions of years ago, and you're still seeing the same explosions from a million years ago. Do you really believe that? Every explosion that you've ever seen was over like that. Like that, man. Every explosion you've seen lasted maybe a total of 5 seconds. And was it bright enough that you could see it from millions of miles away? No. Oh, but there's some sort of special type of explosion taking place out there in the vacuum of space. They tell you that the sun is a burning ball of gas. Doesn't fire need oxygen to burn? Isn't space a vacuum? Seriously. You think the light and the heat can light up the earth and warm us up just the same from 93 million miles away? They convinced you of that? You really believe that? Wow. That's crazy. Nothing exploded and created everything. Yeah, okay. Sure. That's what they want you to believe. They want you to believe that you're an accident. They want you to believe that you're insignificant. They want you to believe that you're a insignificant ape person on a random speck of dust that exploded out of nothing, hurtling through an infinite universe. They want you to feel like you're small and worthless. They don't want you to know that there's a creator. They don't want you to know that you're special. That's what the problem is. That's why they do this. And if you feel like you have a low self-worth, you're easier to be controlled. You get that? We don't need to lie to you about the shape of the earth. That's not what we're here for. We're trying to open your eyes. And that's about it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. All right. Thanks, everybody. Be good to each other. Take care of yourself. Stay flat. See you next time. Thank you.